said earlier, sharp as attack, and then that gets that initial hook. From there, we can add in variation in cadence and tone. So we're going to keep building these one after another, after another, after another. And it's really like maybe 10 things in speaking that if you just kind of lay it in brick by brick and then you integrate all of them, you're going to have it. You'll literally have it. It's just different tools you can play with that I've played with over time, right? We're going to hit into projection. We're going to hit into tone use. We're going to hit into giving energy into it. So the next one I want to show you, and this is huge, is how to bring electricity into the way that you're communicating if you want to do a video, if you want to meet somebody, whatever it is. And this is not what I do all the time, but I want you to think of it like yin and yang. Now, by the way, as you're seeing the way that I'm communicating now, are you noticing the variation in tone, in projection, in cadence, in rhythm? Are we seeing that? Yes. Okay. So when you're first doing it, you're going to be try hard with it. You're going to be like, you're kind of like your Bambi baby deer legs with it. You're going to be confused with it, right? Kind of, oh, you know, so you'll be like, hi, I am, you know, it's not going to be natural right away. You get it over time. It's like playing an instrument. So as I'm speaking, I can put emphasis. I don't just need to go louder and more crazy. I can go a little quiet, make you feel like I'm telling you a secret. What's the secret? What's the thing no one knows? Why am I so relaxed when I'm talking right now? Do I know something you don't? Or I can get all crazy, right? You know, there's so many different ways that I can do it to switch it up. So you can make it like a television show. A great public speaker doesn't need to put a lot of music or graphics into their videos or speaking. If you look at big corporations, they're usually not going to have a world-class speaker to do their videos. So they're going to put a little drum roll behind it, right? Hey, it's Owen. You know, graphic comes on. Owen from this. You know, right? Some flashy images, okay? And they're doing that to actually, to add stimulation to it. But a great speaker doesn't require that. Like a truly great rapper could rap, is it called a cappella? Where there's no beat, right? An amazing rapper could freestyle and you just be going crazy, even if just some guy was just doing like, you know, just like a bit of drums like that, or just boom, 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 right? And they're like literally, you could be like boom, 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 you know, and a rapper could just be going and people be going crazy. Versus if you're not a great rapper, you need to have a great beat. So I want to get it where you've got an incredible flow. So the next step in this is I want to show you how to add electricity into what you're saying. And this is a combination of a basic level meditation practice and then merging that into your speaking. So I want you to say it with me right now. First thing I want you to do is clear your mind. Take a nice deep breath. Notice my cadence there. A nice deep breath. Okay? I'm going to hold your attention here for days. It's like a TV show. The image keeps changing. You know, TV, it changes the images every 7 seconds or whatever it is to keep you getting dopamine, right? I'm going to keep changing it. You're not going to know what to expect. And because of that, you can be half dumb. And yet you'll be like, wow, what I'm learning from this teacher, I feel smart. I can pay attention for hours. Hours. I could pay attention for hours. I could pay attention for hours. I pay attention for hours. I pay attention for hours. I pay attention just for hours. I'm paying attention for hours. Okay? We can keep switching it up. And you don't want to make it incongruent. You want to feed energy and electricity into it. So what you do to feed energy into it is go present, take a deep breath, and clear your mind. Because I'm not thinking when I'm speaking, by the way. I'll show you how to do that soon. Clear your mind. Now just say this with me. I want you to put your full awareness, like a meditation practice that's active, an active meditation, into the word you're saying. So I'm going to say merge into the word. And as you do it, I want you to imagine like you're hooking up and you're about to climax, okay? You're hooking up, you're about to climax. When you climax, you're like, whoom, like this. Why do so many people have a need to get off? It's because they don't know how to get out of their heads. Any of you feel that way where like the major reason that you're attracted to intimacy is because you don't know how to escape your mind? It's one of the few ways that you can actually escape the heaviness of your mind. So a lot of the time they'll say, oh, that person just, wants to hook up. They're a pervert. I think a lot of people that have a high drive to hook up, they're burdened by the mind. And one of the few escapes from that is the repetitive motion of intimacy, okay? The repetitive motion of intimacy. What you have is a situation where you're not able to get out of your head, and you can't get out of your head except in things that you're trained to use to get out of your head. So if you self-stimulate, however you're doing it, gerbil, I don't know what you're using, right? When you're self-stimulating, what you're doing is you train yourself to go into almost a hypnotic trance. And that trance is happening from the repetition, okay? That's why in intimacy, in, out, in, out, in, out, sound, right? I can't go too crazy because we don't want to get in trouble. But you see my main point, right? It's okay if I'm making you aroused, guys, even though I'm a guy, it's okay. Okay, you see what you're doing there, right? It's arousal, okay? It's self-arousal. You can self-arouse or have a partner in arousal. What are the common elements there? Number one, you're trained to get out of your head when you do that. See, in intimacy, it would be weird to be in your head. You'd be acting weird. So you're trained not to be weird and act like that. So it's actually a socially condoned place to get out of the heaviness of the mind, right? We wouldn't think that in speaking or maybe in socializing, we wouldn't think, oh, that's a normal place to let go of the burden of the mind. But to be a world-class speaker or marketer or communicator or somebody with social skills, you've got to let go of the burden of the mind. That's part of what makes it so attractive, is that it then gets other people out of the burden of their mind. If you watch a great speaker, it might create intensity, joy, irreverence, but it also creates lightness. A great speaker, you watch them, after you're done watching them, a lot of the heaviness of your problems goes away. It offers perspective. It gives you altitude on the bigger picture. Well, the way that you do that when you're speaking is that you've got to do what's called go first. Say that word, go first. Go first. Go first. So you put yourself in that perspective of the bigger picture, letting go. Everything's unfolding exactly as it should, in that kind of mode. And so, didn't quite hit the note there, but I came close. So you see the point, is that you've got to get yourself in that mode. And so you have to merge into the word. Okay? It's like you're being physically intimate with the word. You're making love to the word. Okay? And that the only place to make love in life is not just like, right? That's not the only place. You can do the same thing with your speaking. The same thing. You can be hitting a certain cadence, and as you're hitting that cadence, people are going into trance. And you can be playful, just like you could in intimacy, right? You could do a little takeaway, right? In intimacy, you can do a little takeaway. Or you can add energy. You can get crazy. You can get raw. In more ways than one, you can be raw. And, okay, there's more than one way. And see, but look how I can use it. There's more than one way, right? We can dial it back. You see the playful? You can be playful, unexpected, in the moment, and adding energy to it. Play with it. Play with it. Feed into it. Merge into the word, okay? Sometimes with stretching, this can help us. So try saying the word merge into the word. Say this with me. Merge into the word, okay? So, okay, join the word. Join the word. Integrate. With your sentence. Merge into your speaking. Okay? So, say that. Pop up here. I'm going to get you to try it. Okay. So first we'll do it without merging into it, okay? So it's more from the head. Look at the difference. Like, when I go to speak from my head, which is how most of you are speaking, it's actually like, physical violence against myself. That's how much it sucks what most of us are doing in this room. So I'm going to try to go back in my head and do it, okay? So stand here. Okay, I'll try to go back in my head to do it. Hey, okay, sorry, it's so horrible being in the headspace that we're conditioned into that I hate it so much that I don't even want to do it, but I'll do it. Okay. Well, what I'll do to try to do it is I'm going to actually try to, give me a minute. We're getting a great video of this event. Okay, you're okay. Stop stroking it. You don't want to stroke it, okay? You're not going to stroke it. Okay, so what we have, the odd shot is fine, but it can't be like just like the whole event. Like,
I'll do it in a minute.
Okay. So, okay, I love the enthusiasm. So, from the head, I'm gonna go back into the mode how most people are thinking. Like, what do I look? I'm being judged right now, right? Like you're all thinking I suck, and then I've got to show you that I'm good. It's so hard for me to even think like that. I can't. So crazy. It's like an insane trance that most of society's in. But okay. So, yeah, I really don't care what anyone thinks. I'm sorry, I just don't. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, so I'll try to say like some self-qualifying stuff, and maybe that'll help me. Okay, like I'm super, super rich. I got a big one too, a big one. It's really impressive. I'm such a stud. Now, even then I find that funny, but okay. I'm just a rich stud with a big, long one. Okay, I'm trying to think how like most guys would like want to look. Okay, I've got like a cool house. I've got a big fat house. And I got fans. I'm super cool. Okay. I'm trying to think like super awesome. Okay, I'm trying to think how people think. Okay, so I can normally do it. It's weird. I'm kind of locked in right now. Okay, I got to go in my head. Okay, I got to get out of my body. I got to go in my head. It doesn't feel good because I don't like it. I need the audience to think I'm cool. I'm not good enough. I don't know if I'm going to be a good example. I just want to do a good example for the audience. Can you see me going like 20% in my head? Yeah. Can you feel it or no? I want to show you energy. Okay. I need this. I want to show. So I'm trying to think how you might feel now. I don't know how you feel now, but how you may feel. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Oh, you look pretty good actually. But okay, so like when I'm up in front, maybe you could call me up and I could show you how most of you guys look. Like say like command me to come up and like, yeah. Okay, I'll be like, I hope I don't get picked. I'll be like, here, come up here and show me, Owen.
You, come up here.
Okay.
Now see how he's looking down on the ground when he came up? That's not good.
Okay, so, like, say you tell me, like scream A, like yell as loud as you can.
Just
louder. That's loud, right?
louder like this. Sit down.
Write role reversal in the text, by the way, John, when you write that. I'm going to do a couple IG stories. Put role reversal in so people understand what it is. Otherwise, that's not a good look. Okay, so, I'm like, I got a big cock, right? Like, yeah. So, okay, so when you go in the head, you'll see it, even if I'm not doing the best job, because I'm not thinking right now, it's hard for me to re-engage that hamster, but I'll try to caffeinate that thinking hamster at some point. And essentially what's going to happen is you're going to see it, like, you're going to see the person in their head, and there's very little power behind it. It takes away the power from what you're saying. It makes them very uncompelling, okay? So from the head, just be like, merge in the word. Say it from your head.
Merge.
Okay, you don't need to do it like even quiet. Just do how you normally do, but from your head.
Merge.
You can go louder, though. I'm sure you're not that quiet in your regular life.
Merge.
Is that how quiet you are in regular life?
Yeah, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's vicious.
That's why
What do you do for work?
I'm a administrative assistant.
Okay, so that's there. How much do you make a year doing that?
I'm making minimum wage right now.
Okay, so see, when I look at you, like what's funny, like I'm like I saw how cool he looked a minute ago, and I'm not saying that you get paid to be cool, but let's also be honest, having great social skills and being able to represent yourself in a certain way, I mean, frankly, just look at the presidential debate. It's not just going to be the person with the best ideas, right? It's going to be somebody, they're going to get voted in by the way they're communicating in large part. Because frankly, they can't even talk that much about ideas in a presidential debate because they've got to talk more in platitudes, and in certain cases, they got to kind of appeal to a base. I understand that's how it is, but it's interesting. So, give me that. Is it, okay, how much percent is he in his head versus his body right now? I'd say he's 80% in his head, 20% in the body. Okay, show me again. Okay, now what I want you to do, go merge. Let it resonate in your body. I'm not mic'd right now, by the way. I'm mic'd to my camera, but not to a speaker, I think. I don't think I am. Okay, maybe I am. There's been like 2-3 times in my career, I'm like, I don't even have speakers right now. The people in the back are like, right, because the speaker's on, I didn't even know. I'm like, look at me, listen to me. Couple times. Usually no. So, okay. Okay, so do you see his inner siphoning? Yep. Now, by the way, what we're going to get into later, this is the craziest part, maybe the craziest element of this event. What you're seeing there is a physical manifestation of his ability to be creative. When he's thinking of that $1 million idea, it's the aborted fetus $1 million idea, just like how it's the aborted fetus vocal projection. What's up? Like that there, the way in which I'm being expressive is completely congruent to the degree of intensity, focus, and liberty and freedom in my mind with creating ideas. My ability to create new content, new business ideas is exactly like what you see here with my speaking. And the reason why is because this is not a technique. This is like a state of mind in effect, okay? It's a state of mind. Now, what I'm going to say to you is that you are so much more creative than you realize. Here's what I mean. When you think of the dreams that you have, how creative are your dreams?
Insane.
How creative?
Very creative.
How creative?
Bizarre. Like,
give some examples. I can give an example. I mean, some of my dreams are pretty mundane, like it's just like regular life. Maybe different than regular life, but relatively the same. But some of the dreams that I've had, you ever see the movie Avatar by James Cameron? That's like a 5% version or even 1% version of the scope of my imagination. Okay, like I've had dreams where I'm seeing like I'm in some kind of like Norwegian fjord with like castles everywhere, with like Brazilian jungle combined with like the different patterns that I'm seeing, or it's just outrageous, the things I'm seeing. If I could just draw some of this stuff, I could make the craziest movie or the craziest art or something like that, right? And the plot lines that'll happen in my dreams and the differences in perspectives, the way things merge and change, the creativity is just unbelievable what the mind can come up with. Now, if I can come up with that in my dream, and if you can come up with that in your dream, you know, maybe you're not dreaming about castles in a fjord, but you'd have your own version of what you're dreaming about that's just completely wild and free. What does that mean? That creativity is in you and has been robbed from you through your interaction with the low vibration energy society in which you live. I know this because it was robbed from me. And now I see a lot of that same creativity from my dreams now is in me. And I can go use that to create things, including money, or to meet somebody, or to get a date. But in addition to that, I can use it to create much more profound things. And the speed at which I create, it's blinding. I mean, other people are around it, they're jaw dropped. But what am I doing? You know why they're jaw dropped? Because they're creating from the control muscle. From the control muscle, you're not gonna, like, if I was to be that blinding quick from control, that would be crazy. But I'm doing it from release. So of course it's going to be outrageous. That's your issue there. When you go, hey, that there, I'm in release. See, it's like if you're taking a crap, you're trying to take a crap by clenching your butthole, and then you're trying to push it out. So of course, if a little spaghetti thing shot out, that would be normal, right? But if you just like that, it's just like, okay? So when I'm public speaking, like you're working harder to speak than I am. I'm working the least hard of anybody here in my speaking. I'm doing the least. Also, in my social skills, going out, meeting people, getting a date, I'm working the least. I'm the least nervous. I care the least. I'm the most indifferent. I'm doing the least as far as effort. And yet to the outside world, it's like, this guy's so funny. How's he come up with it? This guy's hilarious. Oh, now he's making out with her too? This is crazy. You know, but like in my mind, it's just like, I'm doing nothing. You guys are trying way hard. Like I'm looking at you guys, I'm like, you're trying so hard. Like, that's so cute. It's like what you're doing is you're tying chains to the ground and trying to fly. You're like, I'm gonna get it, and you put the chains there. You put the chains there. So you've got to undo it. So hey, that power, which somebody at home seeing that in a video, they're not gonna fully feel that, right? I remember seeing Anthony Robbins speak up close, and when he would walk by me, I would just feel raw electricity coming off him, right? And it was a very surreal experience having Anthony Robbins just sitting there up in my face talking to me, and it's like something out of a weird dream. It's so bizarre meeting somebody who's in release because we're not used to seeing that in our society, right? We're not accustomed to seeing someone who is not thinking, they're expressing freely, they're not filtering themselves, there's a creativity that's there. They're not accustomed to that, right? Like you were at dinner with me the other night. Now I'm not talking to you, coming up to you like this. No, I was probably sitting there staring at my fucking phone. I was exhausted. But, you know, but it's like, okay, so there's a difference that's there. Now I'd see that and I'd think, how are they doing this? Like, why is he, like, what level is this guy on? What's he doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. How do you make that happen? How do you make the electricity? Where does that electricity come from? Why is it that when he speaks, I can feel little pulses in my body? And those little pulses is what's holding the attention. That's what's captivating. You can feel it in the body, even if you're bored. 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 I could hold your attention for 5 hours just saying, even if you're bored. Even if you're bored. Even if you're bored. Are you bored? Even if you're bored. Even if you're bored. You know, you've got to have the perfect thing to say to hold attention. You better have a great line to hold somebody's attention. You better have an incredible line. An incredible line. You better have a perfect thing to say. You better know the right technique. You better have that script written out. You know, all the best people have a script, you know. They've got a great script, the best, most captivating people, because you got to do what works. So you take what works and you repeat it, you get the same result. It's like a science experiment. It's like science. It's a science. It's a science. It's a science. Even if you're bored. Even if you're bored, it's a science. Do you understand? Even if you were bored, it's a science. It's a science. It's a science, okay? It's a science. It's a science, okay? Science, okay? It's a science. Even if you're bored, it's a science. You've got to have the perfect thing to say. You could never hold somebody's attention. You've got to control everything, okay? To get the precious, okay? You got to control. Even if you're bored, you've got to control everything like what I'm doing right now. I'm controlling everything. I'm really thinking hard about this. I'm really trying hard. I'm trying so hard to hold your attention right now. It's so difficult. I'm losing energy from this. It's so difficult. Can't you see my energy going down? My energy is going down. Because when you have to control everything, your energy goes down. And you've got to control everything, right? Don't you have to control every little thing? If you don't control every little thing, it's not going to work. You're never going to hold the attention. I'm never going to get your attention. I'm never going to get your attention. I've got to have every word picked perfectly. If I don't say something so profound, I'm never going to hold your attention. I have no idea how I'd hold your attention for many hours without the perfect thing to say. I don't know what I'd do. I might lose your attention. You might walk out of here. You'd have something better to do. You start looking at your phone. You start craving to look at your phone right now. So I have to have everything scripted. I mean, in the last 10 minutes, I made about 4 entire sentences for 10 minutes. But they're pretty good 4 sentences, right? Huh? What? Yeah, right. So you better have a system, right? Okay, and I could do this all day. And by the way, if I do this all day, I will have more energy by the end of it than at the start. Why? Because I've been released. Most people are in a suppressed consciousness state. They're trying to control everything. And for that reason, they're running out of energy and they can't compete. Once you understand this, you will steamroll those people. Not only will you steamroll them, but you will give them as much regard as in a steamrolling over a bug, okay? Like they're like, you better not mess with me, I'm a big bug, right? And you're like, dur, 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 and it just steamrolls over the bug. You won't even know it exists. The bug thinks that you're paying attention. It's like, it's trying to get me, I'm a big bug, yeah. You're like, you didn't even see the bug and just steamrolled it. You didn't even have the gas down. You're just laying back and just crushing everything. But the funny thing is, when you steamroll the bug, do you even care? No, you're just chilling, driving around the steamroller. You're not even gonna care. That other person who competed against you in business, you were their whole world. Just like that steamroller was the whole world to the bug. To you, it's a bug. You didn't even know what you're doing. I can't tell you how many times people come to me from my industry and they're like, you guys are like the big boys. We watch everything you do. And I'm like, you know what my reality is? I'm like, derp, 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 derp. Like, I'm not thinking about this. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, so, okay. So understand you have control muscles and release muscles. And when you release, you merge into the word. Merge into it. And what will happen is, as you're speaking, you're going to feel little pulses of electricity. And as you're doing it, boom, ba boom, ba boom, you're putting, okay? You're putting it in the other person, do you understand? Ba, 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 okay? You're going to feel it. I remember I'd see this, right? Really high-level stand-up comedians have this too, like Bill Burr, Joe Rogan. I've seen them live. It's electric. Okay, these people are master craftsmen in front of a crowd. I mean, the stand-up comedians too, like it's on another level. They're really in the wrong industry, because if they move to self-help, they make so much cash. But they're like, oh, make my $200 on stage at the Laugh Factory. It's like, cool. But, okay, that's mean, but totally true. So, okay, so some of them can do a Netflix special, get wealthy from it, right? But they're world-class speakers, many of them, in a niche that doesn't pay a ton. It's a commoditized niche for entertainment. We tend to pay low for entertainment. We pay higher to fix bigger problems. So that being the case, what you have, some of them get super rich off it though too. So what you have here is an understanding. Let go, merge in the word. Let's do some exercise. Now, I've set the bar a little bit off the wall here for you, so you're probably not feeling too good right now. But the way you got to be thinking about this is, rather than looking at what I did here, don't go in competition with me. Don't do it. Don't do it. You've got to be in a collaborative frame, okay? So I'll have you walk around here for a moment, and what I'd like you to do is just try to work the crowd saying you're going to get bored or things like that. Just show me roughly what that would look like, okay? We could even put a little mic on. So just show me roughly, or maybe the next person if not him. So hop down. Now, it's okay to goof it up. Don't be afraid to goof it up. And just hold on this thing. And the cool thing is, if you goof it up, we're just going to work on it. It'll be super cool when you work on it anyway. It doesn't have to be to the whole crowd either, though. So, okay, yeah, you're good, bro. So basically what you have is you're going to do like some version, but your own version of what I did, and play with it, and then I'll give you feedback, and I'll guide you, okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right, so if I keep saying the same thing,
How's the projection? He's speaking from the head or the body? Okay, keep going.
if I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored, right? You're gonna get bored, right? If I keep talking like this, I keep saying the same thing, you're gonna get bored.
Imagine listening to this for 4 days. Okay? Okay. He's in his head. He cares. He cares.
You're gonna get bored, man. If I keep talking like this, the same thing over and over, you're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored. Keep saying the same thing. I keep saying the same thing. Are you bored? You're gonna get bored. If I keep saying all this, all the same thing, all the same shit.
Try change it now. Here's a few things to change. Try changing. You remember the exercise we did before where you change the variation in cadence or delivery style? Try that.
You're gonna get bored. If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored. Are you bored? You're gonna get
Okay,
bored.
press pause. Now already, even though he's not close to where he needs to be, was that easier to watch than a second ago? Yes. Okay, he needs a lot of work, but it's easier. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting warmer.
You're gonna get bored. If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored.
Good. Now, by the way, pause. Now, as you're going to come up with different cadence, if you try to memorize the cadence, it's not going to come to you. There's too many to remember. Like, okay, the singing one, the quiet one, this one, right? It's too many. So it's like a millipede walking. If the millipede starts thinking, it's going to trip on itself. You're not going to get this from control. At this level that we're going to get you to this weekend, you can't fix it from the mind. You're not going to get there. You're not going to get there. So the only way you will is when you let go. You've got to just let it come to you. And one of the next exercises will be how to let it come to you. So let it come to you, okay? By the way, as you're seeing me speaking and I'm showing you these different methods, are you seeing more now what I'm doing and how I'm doing it? Yeah. Like I'm most of what I'm speaking at this point is just so you can see me doing it as I isolate the different aspects, okay? So I'm not just speaking just to speak at this point. Okay, keep adding that aspect. Keep playing with it. You're doing great.
You're gonna get bored.
Louder though, louder, way louder.
You're gonna get bored. You're going to get bored. You're going to get bored.
Okay, pause. Now go. Go louder. 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 You guys do it with him. Stop. Okay, now do it again. Do it with him. You. Harder, brother. All with them. All out, loud as you can. Can you see the self-stifling? Yeah. Okay, he's afraid he's going to mate. That's why he's doing that. There's a mating fear. A lot of this is there's a sexual background to it. There's a mating fear. He's afraid that he might mate with the alpha male's partner and that he could be killed. It's a human caveman mechanism. By the way, that caveman mechanism also stops you from getting rich. Do you know that? Wow. You're afraid that if you get rich, you'd have a problem, okay? There's people that are so afraid to stand out, they don't learn to read. You show them a book, even though they're smart, they're like, no. They don't want to learn to read, okay? Because they're afraid that they learn to read, they get smarter, and if they got smarter, they'd be killed. It's a deep fear. That's at one of the lower levels that you could be in. Okay, loud again. Okay, you're still, okay, show me as loud as you could as if it was your relative was gonna die if you didn't get loud. Okay, now at that loudness, do the thing where you were doing.
The lower tone or?
No, as loud as you can, do the same, proceed to do what you were doing before. You're gonna get bored, all that. Proceed to do that at the loudest as you can.
Okay. If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored.
You're not as loud.
You're definitely gonna get bored if I keep
louder.
Talking like this. You know, if I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored. There's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna get bored if I keep talking like this. It's only natural, you know? So
more variation now.
If I keep talking like this, you're going to get bored, you know? So if I keep talking like this, you're going to get bored.
More variation. More power.
If I keep talking like this,
go as crazy as you can. Go all out like a rock star, crazy.
You're going to get bored if I keep talking like this. So why would I keep talking like this if you're gonna get bored?
Mm-hmm. Getting better, yeah. Getting warmer, I like it. Okay, now, so by the way, in dating, if I'm standing beside, a quote, competitor, a competing guy, talking to somebody, if I have more energy and the things I'm showing you coming out of me, I'm the one who's most likely to get attraction. This is why, even if I'm not 6'2", I can compete against someone who's 6'2", easily, very easily, very, very easily. And you will see this consistently. Notice how you felt energetically if I'm speaking versus as a newer speaker, how you feel energetically, the draw. There's a word for that. You've heard it before. It's called attraction. Attraction is not just opposite sex. It's also anything that you're just attracted to, right? Or same sex, or whatever. It's not just the sexual orientation. It's what you're attracted to energetically. So a lot of the time in dating, we think that we have to get attraction physically or sexually, but it could also be an energetic attraction, which later is parlayed into physical intimacy, okay? It can move to that. So I'm gonna walk with you and do it with you a little bit, just to warm you up a little bit further, okay? I'll just repeat, you're gonna get bored again, okay? You're gonna, do it with me. You're gonna get bored.
Going to get bored.
You're gonna get bored. Say it with me. Say it with me. You are gonna
get bored.
Okay. So what am I doing there? I'm gonna sync them up, okay? Work with me here, okay? You gotta come, okay? Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Wake up. Say wake up.
Wake up.
Okay, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
You're not gonna get bored.
You're not gonna get bored.
Okay? So I wanna move him to I wanna sync him up to my energy level, okay? You're not gonna get bored.
You're not gonna get
Now
bored.
what I need you to do is merge into the word. Say it with me. Merge into the word. So you're used to speaking from the head. How does it feel when you do that?
Good.
Okay. What's different about it in the feeling?
I don't have to think.
Okay, great. Merge into the word. Okay, say that now.
Merge.
See, you self-stifled. Feel how it feels when I give you the permission, and then don't self-stifle. Get the feel for it in your body. Don't think. When I stop, you'll start thinking. Go. Great, see? So let me sync you, but then feel the feeling and then maintain it when I stop, okay? Okay, the challenge. Now, when I stop, do you feel yourself getting nervous for a split second?
A bit.
Okay, do you, yes or no?
No, not really.
Okay, so it's called social awareness. I could see he wasn't telling the truth. Okay, so, but that's a good thing at this point. Go. Okay, good. Okay, give me a hand for that. Okay, I have a seat. I can grab it. Thanks. So, do this with me. Merge. Into the word. Go. Okay. Now, when we draw it out, it's a bit easier. With staccato, you'll feel yourself coming in and out of your head. What's up? How are you? How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up? What's up? How you doing? What's going on? What are you gonna do? How's it gonna go? What's gonna happen? How are we doing? Okay? So you can still, so you'll notice when you draw it out, it's a little bit easier to merge into it. But when it's staccato, it's harder. So just keep yourself outside. Say out of your head. In my body. In my body. In my body. In my body. Okay, so get in your group and practice speaking from that paradigm right there, okay? Right there. Merge in the word. Merge in the word. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored. You're not gonna get bored. You won't get bored. Used to getting out of your head and merging the word, that creates what's called electricity. Say that with me, electricity. Okay, hop up. Let's do it right now, okay?